Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. Wow, oh wow. Frazer Clarke and Fabio Wardley just put on potentially the best heavyweight fight of the year in regards to sheer entertainment. Not in regards to level, this was a British level heavyweight title fight. But in regards to pure entertainment, you're not going to get many better heavyweight fights this year. Both guys left it all in the ring. Both guys were shattered at the end of the 12 rounds. Both guys had their moments. Both guys in stages looked like they were going to take over the fight. But there were momentum swings, there were exchanges. There were moments of drama, there was blood, a knockdown, proper fight. And I have to say, I don't really have any real complaints with a draw, to be honest. It was a hard fight to score, in my opinion. Again, both guys had a lot of success, it was what it was, but hell of a fight, man. Hell of a fight. Wow. First 4 rounds was interesting. Frazer Clarke was really boxing behind his jab, maintaining a better shape, a better construct in the ring, trying to hold centre ring, throwing that jab. As we know, Fabio Wardley is a late starter to boxing, no amateur pedigree, but he has a lot of athletic ability to make up for it. And in the first 4 rounds, he was losing the jab battle against Frazer Clarke, but at times Fabio Wardley would explode with combinations and power shots, you know, coming at weird angles and whatnot, as Fabio Wardley does. But first 4 rounds, I felt Frazer Clarke got the better of it. He bloodied the nose of Fabio Wardley with his jab. And by the way, as this fight went on, Wardley's nose was just leaking. It was so bloody. We see bloody noses in boxing all the time. But the amount of blood leaking from Fabio Wardley was crazy. It painted the ring canvas and it painted the referee. He did really well to fight through that because I'm sure breathing would have been very hard. You know, after round 4 though, Fabio Wardley had a great round 5. Started the round very aggressive, winging big overhand rights, pushing Frazer Clarke back. Frazer Clarke threw a lazy jab that was timed by Fabio Wardley over the top with an overhand right, hurts Frazer Clarke. Fabio Wardley jumps on him, chases him all round the ring, trying to land shots, which he does. Eventually, he drops Frazer Clarke, and Frazer Clarke looks in a bit of trouble. At this point in time, I felt Frazer Clarke was starting to flag, and the next couple of rounds, Fabio Wardley started to take control, maybe was starting to lead the fight. Ambushing, you know, firing shots from crazy angles, leading with the right hand. Even the jab started to be a bit more effective from Fabio Wardley, but then at that point, Fabio Wardley started to tire. One thing about Fabio Wardley, because he doesn't have those basic fundamentals, he relies on his athleticism. As a result, he uses a lot of movement that maybe he shouldn't all the time. This gave Frazer Clarke the opportunity to get back in the fight. A far more rudimentary guy, a more basic guy, but a more fundamentally sound guy, not wasting as much energy. Then, Frazer Clarke starts to get back into it. Frazer Clarke, by the way, also had a point deducted towards the latter part of the fight for low blows. But Frazer Clarke started to have more success. Then Wardley, I believe in round 10, had a really good round. Is round 10 or round 11? I think it was round 10. Had a really good round. He rocks Frazer Clarke. And by this point, Fabio Wardley's eye was just mangled as well. His nose was pissing blood. His eye was swelling shut. But he was able to lead with his overhand right. Also land some body shots here and there. Pushing Frazer Clarke back. Going into the end of this fight, the last couple of rounds, it was anybody's fight. I felt Frazer Clarke closed this fight stronger, particularly in the last round. The last round, by the way, Fabio Wardley walked into a big overhand right by Frazer. Big overhand right, and it just pushed Fabio Wardley back, totally exhausted, he was hurt, went back to the ropes, didn't go down. Frazer Clarke jumps on him, lands shots, lands a lovely uppercut, which he was landing throughout this fight, by the way. George Groves made a good analysis on the commentary about how Fabio Wardley holds his guard. His elbows are very far apart, which at times makes his shots telegraphed when he throws over the top, but it leaves him open for uppercuts, and Frazer Clarke throughout this fight was able to land the uppercuts. At the end of the fight, it was given a draw, a majority draw. One judge had Frazer Clarke winning, one judge had Wardley winning, and the other had it a draw. Weird fight, man, because Frazer Clarke, for me, showed better fundamentals. Maybe he won more rounds, but Fabio Wardley dropped Frazer Clarke. Frazer Clarke also had a point deducted, and for the most part, Frazer Clarke was hurt more in this fight than Fabio Wardley. Fabio Wardley was only hurt in round 12, whereas Frazer Clarke was hurt in round 5, in round 10, and a couple other occasions as well. This was genuinely a really, really enjoyable fight. Thoroughly enjoyable. Both guys, you could ask for no more. Just a great, great fight and a draw. So, listen, has to happen again. No complaints here. Let's see that again. Can't be as good as the first fight. It's got a lot to live up to, but maybe you can tell by my post-fight, but genuinely some of the most fun I've had watching a fight this year. Really, really good fight. Credit to both guys. I've got no complaints with a draw. Is what it is. By the way, Fabio Wardley is one tough cunt as well because his nose was so badly busted. He was leaking so much blood. And his eye as well towards the end of this fight was starting to get swollen shut. Damn good fight. Damn good fight. I actually said on Twitter, before the scorecards were read, nobody deserves to lose that fight. One of those fights, man. Hell of a fight. Credit to both men. I really enjoyed that. I really, really enjoyed that. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's worth a watch. It's a really good fight. Share your thoughts below. Beanie Guy Del Boy. Peace.